to see you. How does it feel being able to walk Canada's Walk of Fame and being part of this great group?
It's unbelievable. It's a bit surreal. Many of these bands I grew up listening to myself, and when I was a young girl and being influenced by, so to actually be here among them and included in this illustrious group of inductees is just, wow, mind-blowing.
You got to get up there, so that's the only question I'm asking. Congratulations. We'll definitely talk again soon more about Canada's Walk of Fame. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you, Rudy.
First, congratulations, man. Red carpet, Canada's Walk of Fame. You couldn't ask anything better to be part of this. We're all excited, man, because you guys are part of our history.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I mean, you join a band when you're a teenager, you wait 30, 40 years, and next thing you know, you're here doing this.
Did you guys ever think that, getting together, that things would turn out the way it did? Because especially back then, so many things were new and different. Technology, the way we consumed music, and then here you guys telling your great stories, Canadian stories.
I think when we started, it wasn't so much technology and different things like that. We just kept touring and touring and touring, making records and playing. And I think that's the thing. You just, if I was going to tell anyone young starting out, just keep going, and let everybody see it, because that's what it's all about, right?
What was your highlight back in the day?
Back in the day, I think today is kind of my highlight, actually. We just had a super busy summer, and the crowds are so enthusiastic, and it just feels like a real resurgence with all the classic rock and some of the older bands that have been around for a while. Real love for them, kind of an iconic situation.
When you think about it, and you're out there and you're performing, and you see fans who have saw you when they were young, and then they're bringing their kids, and their kids are bringing their kids. What's that like?
Well, if you think about when Trooper started in 1975, there were 40-year-old fans. Some of them might not even be around anymore, but there's definitely all age groups, kids, grandkids, great-grandkids even at this point.
Well, look, I'll let you go, but I want to say congratulations. Oh, you guys are back on the road? Just want to make sure?
We still are on the road, yeah. We have a show. We've just been touring every weekend. In 2 weeks, we're in Saskatoon, I think.
I love it, man. Well, look, congratulations. Have a great time tonight. Much deserved.
Great. Thank you very much.
I think the last time I saw you, and I'm trying to remember in person, I think it was the Beer Fest several years ago.
Was I drinking beer at the time?
No, the band was performing there, but it was sort of like a backstage kind of interview, man. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I get to celebrate Max Webster tonight, and that's like a full circle moment for me. I saw Max Webster when I was a kid, like teenager, one of my first rock concerts. So it's kind of amazing.
What do you think it was about Max Webster that really started channeling through, not just throughout Canada, but the U.S., Europe, around the world?
I think specifically for us, when we were teenagers, Kim Mitchell was kind of like a Canadian Frank Zappa. He was a shredder on the guitar, and they had a pretty bent sense of humor. Nothing else sounded like them. Nothing else does to this day. So it's definitely stood out.
It's a lot of ways like with Big Sugar, because putting you guys in a category is probably impossible. When you can say rock, pop, reggae, like so many different things, man. Were you influenced by these bands from the 80s and 70s?
Well, it's no secret. I was a huge Rush fan, and so that was sort of my entry into all of it. When I became a Rush fan, I didn't even know they were Canadian. And as a kid born in Canada, look at you. As a kid born in Canada, when you find out your greatest heroes are also Canadian, it gives you some hope that, like, well, you know what? If I just keep on playing this old guitar, maybe something nice will happen for me too. So yeah.
Any new music coming from you guys too?
Yeah, there will be new music this year. We've been really busy re-releasing older music, making new music. I have my own recording studio. Third Man Records is putting out one of our classic records from the 90s, 500 Pounds. Apparently those guys over there are big fans of Big Sugar, so it's nice to have an older record acknowledged and re-released on vinyl.
And we got to make mention that we did lose a dear friend in the band.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, with everything we do, I still honor the memory of Gary Lowe. You see my lion there? See that? Lion of Judah prevailed, right? So we still remember Gary, and a lot of positive influence he was on all of our lives, you know.
And your music, positive influence on our lives too, man. Look, have a great time tonight, and I cannot wait when I talk to you about your induction on Canada's Walk of Fame.
All they gotta do is stay healthy, man. I'll be here. Give me another 20 years, baby.
Thanks, brother.
I'll make it.
This is an honor having a chance to speak to you guys, but more importantly, man, first off, best rock band name to have and best t-shirts to wear with that name, guys. I love that, but more importantly, I love the fact you guys are Canada's Walk of Fame, man.
Oh, that is great. I'm so impressed.
Because let's put it this way, you wear one of your t-shirts, man, everybody knows. And it doesn't matter if you don't know, you kind of look and you go, that's a cool name.
Yeah, right. It's a good name. You know what it means?
No, explain that, please.
Tell you what it means. It means as far as your canoe can go. Yeah, and we're still paddling.
How did you guys come up with it?
I didn't come up with it, Bill did. But
Bill did. Actually, I didn't. It was the drummer, Ross. It was his idea. And you know, we really didn't want to work on names, because the last band we had, we spent like weeks trying to get a name. We never could get it. Anyway, we finally, you know, whatever. You don't need to know this story, but one day we're driving through British Columbia, and he says, so why don't we call ourselves Chilliwack? And we went, why would we? You know? And he said, well, you know, it's got a nice sound. And in his case, he said it means Valley of Many Streams. And we thought, wow, we like to play lots of different kinds of music that would fit in. So, you know, that's what happened.
I love that, man. But more importantly, I love the fact that you guys are being honored tonight. How does it feel?
it's fantastic. What a treat. What an honor.
What do you think it was about you guys that, you know, the magic worked so well back there?
I don't know, connecting with the audience, making great music, and getting people to dig what the band was doing. That's it.
Man, you guys had more than that. You guys had great stories. You guys had great stories to tell. And how did you guys go about when it came down to the music and being able to tell those great stories?
Wow. We left it up to Bill to tell the stories.
You seem to be doing everything, man.
He's got the voice.
Well, you know, I mean, there's a song that we did called Reno. It came out, I wrote it in '69, came out in 1970, and it came from the experience of playing with a great blues guitarist at the Fillmore Auditorium. For the very first time, I'd never heard great blues guitar, and believe it or not, up to that point, and it was Albert King. And Albert King loved my amplifier, and he came up to me and said, "Hey man, what's that amplifier you got?" And I told him, and he ended up playing those for the rest of his life. Anyways, the song's a blues song, and the blues came from there. And then there was an image in my mind of an Indian with a headdress, a Plains Indian with a headdress on a pinto pony with his arms spread out and looking out at the sun, right? It was just, I've seen that somewhere, I don't know where I saw it, and it's so beautiful, and I just felt like, Reno, Reno, fall upon the earth again, make it good, make it cool, fill the river, fill the pool, and quench the thirst of every fool and every sage and every sour soul who doesn't even know his need.
It's such a great tune.
So that was that one. And then the next verse, here I'm giving you detail. When the next verse, it was from an experience we had when we played down in the, Washington State, and there were this was like 69, 68, 69, Washington State, and there were these guys that would come, hippie type guys, and their girls, and they would dance, and they would really, really party and go, this band's great, and they get the audience all worked up and all that kind of stuff. They did it regularly. And then one day, the guy says to me, you know, we really should be on the stage with you.
Brother, you know how to make my heart sing. I love the stories. But I know we got to wrap this up because you guys got to head back over there. Look, congratulations. Have a blast. And cross fingers, man. I hope you guys release some new music. Any chance?
Perhaps.
Okay, I'll take that. Have a great time, guys, and thank you.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Thank you.